Is it recording?
Yeah, how do we introduce ourselves without being cheesy?
Do we need to introduce ourselves?
Well, they need to know who we are.
Oh. I feel so self-conscious. How about you go first, because you have the funny name and try not to laugh.
I just had someone laugh at my name again today.
That's the woman at Taco Bell?
Yeah.
Rude.
Like, why do you gotta repeat it? Leave it alone. It's my name.
Hi, I'm Jason.
And I'm Doug.
And I'm Jason, this is my brother Doug, and we're the Sailing Brothers. Oh, let's not even say that.
Yeah.
This is my brother Doug, and I'm Jason, and we are going to share with you our adventures learning how to sail.
And it's good to be alive. It's good to be alive. This feeling's running high. Life is calling and the world is beautiful. Na, na, na,
na, na, na, na. My original plan was to rope Doug in by holding out the YouTube carrot in front of him so he can video what we do, just to get him interested in sailing with me, because I think it's way more doable when you got another family to sail with. But I was not quite ready to pull the trigger, did not expect him to say, "All right," with his very next text message. So I needed some time before I was willing to make it more public.
Yeah, so it's been 4 months, and we made a lot of huge steps in getting to, you know, finding out if we're even able to do this, or willing to do this, or would love to do this, and we're doing it. So, luckily I've been documenting the whole thing for the last 4 months, and getting all the footage and everything, cutting it together, and having lots of fun on, this is one of the lakes, and adding it all up seems doable. So the only thing standing in our way is us. Really?
Time. I gotta finish my house. Like none of this will work unless I can sell my house.
Yeah, me too. Because we gotta sell our houses, but after that, smooth sailing, right? No sailing puns?
No puns at all. Enjoy our adventure sailing. We don't know what we're doing. It's quite obvious in our videos how beginner we are.
Me more than him.
We're sharing all of our inexperience, and please be kind to us.
But hey, you know, if you have something to say to us, like tips, just put it in the comments. We'll take them.
to be alive. So good to be alive.
When I first told my family that I wanted to sail, did not get the best reactions from my daughters. Kate, what's going through your brain right now?
Tell him honestly.
Kate, she wouldn't even talk to me because she was so upset by the thought of leaving school and sailing. Kelly was angry at me.
I think it's a very bad idea and that it's a waste of time, and if you want to have a big family bonding trip, that's not the way to do it.
When I told Erin, she was contemplative. You could tell she was a little nervous. Doug and I come up with a lot of ideas, and some of them we do, some of them we don't. So she didn't know if she should be scared or not, and refused to answer my questions about what she thought about the chances of us sailing. Hi, honey.
I don't know what to say. Everything has good, everything has bad, everything has hard times and good times. But I think it would just be a little bit hard to put all the work into this house and then leave it, but I think there could really be really good things about it, like you don't have to clean so many bathrooms or pick up so much stuff. But then we would all be in one little bitty space together, and I don't know how that would be.
Joe seemed ready to go, and John will try anything.
I think it will be fun, but it might be a little scary, but mostly fun. And if we get to go with our cousins, that'll be a lot better.
It'll be fun. I think it will be fun, Daddy.
So my brother texted me. He said, "Let's go sail around the world," and he always has these crazy ideas. I was just like, "This is a crazy idea," but I'm going to pass by my wife anyways. I said, "Hey, Jason says let's go sailing. Let's sell everything and just go do it." And normally she's my voice of reason, and this time she said, "Okay, let's do it." So I kind of was like, I guess we're doing this.
All right, Jess, what do you think about traveling the world on a boat for a year?
Did you just fart?
I did just fart.
I'm disturbed. I'm scared.
Yeah, about the fart or the trip?
Everything. Whales, pirates, capsizing,
Pirates.
storms, weather, food. I don't like fish. Canned goods.
What would you look forward to about?
I want to go hang out in Ireland and places.
The kids were kind of apprehensive because they don't like to eat fish, and we're like telling them that's what they'll be eating, and my kids are pretty picky, especially Noah.
I think it's gonna be fun, but I think we're gonna have bad food. I don't like fish because it's like eating somebody's eyeball off, and I think that it's gonna be like seasick all the time, and I'm gonna barf. And then the cousins will be there, so the cousins will be there.
All right, Bryony, what do you think about sailing on the boat for a year?
I think that a year's a long time, and also I think that it's gonna be fun. And I also think that a whale's gonna chase us.
Ollie, what do you think?
Oh, I think it would be scary, and I think we would have fun with our cousins, and I wish the other cousins could come.
And then when it came to my initial thoughts about sailing and just like living on the ocean on a boat with you know, my brother and his family too, it was just, I don't know, it sounds pretty awesome. It's pretty freeing. And then just with other things that have happened in our family, we've all kind of come to realize, you know, you're not promised what's next. Life's short and we want to make the most of it. So we want to explore, we want to show our kids as much as we can. But I think it's time for another adventure, and I think we're up for it as a family, and I think it's going to be good.
Easter afternoon, I showed them a bunch of Sailing Zatara videos, and that seemed to get everybody a little bit more on board with the idea of sailing. At least they started to consider it.
I think that it's sort of a good idea.
I want to go, but I don't want to leave Timmy here. Ooh, I want to catch fish and watch them break dance in Twitch.
There's something about sailing around the world that's very appealing to me. The first time I went sailing with Bill, the guy who turned me on to sailing, I was sailing on a tiny little lake about 3 square miles, and all I could think about was the freedom of the wind moving you across the waves. And even though it's a tiny little lake, I just imagined myself out on the ocean.
So the last 4 months we've been, you know, learning, and we got a boat, and learning on that, and trying to teach our family. He's been trying to teach me, see how much sticks.
And I'm learning myself.
Yeah, he hides it really well because we all think he knows what he's doing. Even my son said the other day, he's like, well, can Uncle Jason go with us? Because he's the only one that seems to know what he's doing.
That's because I'm way more prepared than you are. You just want to jump at it, and I want to read 1,000 books about it.
And that's why we're waiting before we go start just sailing and selling off.
No, we've got lots of children, so we're going to be responsible. Learn how to sail. We're going to get certified. We're going to learn how to scuba. We're going to take some like first aid classes just so that we're safe on the water with our kids.
I've told my work, I've told everybody I know, and I think out of everybody, only 2 people have said you're crazy. What are you thinking? They had valid points, but I'm going to overlook those.
I've had a few people try to caution me against it, but I would rather fail at trying to do something than be successful at doing nothing at all.
Now that it's been 4 months, we're going to go ahead and ask our kids and our wives their thoughts now that this has become very much a reality of what our future is going to start looking like. And yeah,
What were you gonna say?
I don't remember. I was just opening my mouth.
Like,
I think it's gonna be fun.
Cause I don't get to
Maybe
see.
tiring sometimes. And then you can see a whole bunch of places that you don't normally like ever get to see. And other
You
items
can
that
actually
are
go there anyway. You can use the plane.
what do you think about living on a boat?
Scary. Cause a shark might come up and eat me.
One thing I'm going to miss is Timmy, my turtle. And playing my harp, and my friends.
I think that sailing is fun. Ooh, I'm looking forward to bludgeoning some fishes.
Do I look at you or the camera? I don't even know how to do
I am
this.
the camera.
Well, it didn't go away. So here we are talking about it again 4 months later. I think I'm afraid of things like, I make up my own stories of, oh, a storm is gonna come and then we can't get out of there in time and then we can't tie up the boat and then we lose everything, and that's where all of our money and all of our stuff is, and then we have nothing and we have to live off of other people. And I don't like the thought of that, but I like to create all these ideas of bad things that could happen. So the money thing is a big thought in my mind on how we could do this and how we could stay afloat. So,
He tried to tell me no more. I said, it'll be smooth sailing from here. And then he goes, no. I was like, what, no sailing puns? He goes, no puns at all.
sorry for the pun. So Jess and I have talked about this idea as being a really, really bad idea, or it could be one of the greatest gifts that we could be given. And to have husbands who are adventurous and handy and like to work on things and fix things, and who have a lot of courage, and they're willing to even think about something like this.
You thought it was like a 3 on a scale of 1 to 10 of likelihood of us doing it. What do you think now?
It depends on how much Jess and I get on board. Oh no, I did another pun.
What number do you think I would say?
I think you would say a 10.
What number do you think Doug's at?
Like a 23. It's like, he's in some other world, I don't know. He wanted to do this before he'd even ever been on a boat, so.
I'm still worried about the food. I hate fish.
Okay, but is there anything you liked about sailing?
I liked going fast and tipping over the boat.
Okay, I'm excited to go sailing, but what's about going sailing is you might, you might get seasick. That's the worst thing, but it's okay because you get to eat fish. But some are super disgusting, and some have pointy paws, like pointies on them, And you can also not go in the water. Do not, because there's sharks. There's actual sharks. So it's gonna be a fun time, and you can you can bring some stuff on the boat. It's gonna be pretty fun. Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend?
Yeah. I think you'll see fishies, you'll see sharks, stingrays. Go swimming a lot. Every day. Maybe. If it's a rainy day, probably not. Bunny, she needs to stay. And this guy, he smells like strawberries. He's from Toy Story. I think you should know that. I'm just gonna bring my stuffed animals with me. Kaboosh and Kabink.
Well, I feel like we've moved from fantasy dreamland into more realistic thinking. Realistically, what does it look like
to sell our house and everything that goes in it. And what does it look like to say goodbye to people that we care about? And we can think more about the negatives instead of only all positive thinking. I am looking forward to seeing new places and meeting new people and having my kids experience that with me.
Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Okay, now you gotta do it again. I was like, just trying to be a total goofball for a second. I had a good take.
I know! And then I screwed up with my...
Please subscribe and hit the like button.
Shut up!
I can't do this when you mock me. Please subscribe and hit the like button below.